Hi. We'll start this practice today in any comfortable seated posture. So you could have your legs crossed or in a kind of lotus variation, or you could even be on your knees if that's more comfortable. Find what works for you today and then allow yourself to become quite still, just in your own time. And then we'll begin by taking a big, deep breath in through the nose. And then exhale, release the air. It's as easy as that. Let's go again. A second time, inhale, breathe in. Fill right up with air. There's that expansion in the chest. Hold at the top just for a moment and now exhale. Make it long. And as you exhale, release as much of your weight down into the ground as you can. We take a third and final breath. Inhale. Fill right up with air. Now hold here just for a moment. And then exhale long. Feel the shoulders begin to release the weight of the body. Grounding down into your mat. Now from here, just allow that tailbone to sink down. And then extend up from the tailbone through the spine. And there's a light lift in the crown of the head. Just feel that now. You can roll the shoulders up, back and down. There's space in the chest. Gently tuck the chin so you find length in the back of the neck. And then you can bring your hands towards heart center, Anjali Mudra. And gently bow your chin towards your hands and set your intention for the practice. Take a deep breath in. Fill up with that intention. And then with the exhalation, you can release the hands back down onto the knees. Let the arms be heavy. And take a second here before working your way into your tabletop position. So you're bringing the weight forwards into the hands. Now splay the fingers evenly and root down through the base of the index finger. Find that good base. Check the knees are in line with the wrists. You take a nice neutral spine. Take a breath in, fill up with air. And then with your exhalation, you're going to push down into the base of the index finger and round the spine. Arch the spine, look towards your navel, hug that low belly in. With the inhalation, you can drop the chest through. Cow belly, shoulder blades down the back, look up towards the sky or the ceiling, and then roll through. We take a few rounds here, inhaling and exhaling. Let the breath guide the movement. Enjoy this as you warm up the spine, loosening through the vertebrae one by one. And if there's extra movement you'd like to take here, feel free to take it. If you want to sink your hips from side to side, work into the side body, please feel free to do so. Deep inhalation and exhalation, letting the breath guide the movement. And then from here, we're going to bring the legs together, sit the hips back onto the heels and find Virasana, the pose of a hero. Now settle the hips down onto the heels, and with your inhalation, we're going to carry the arms up overhead. Now hug that navel in towards the spine, look up towards the hands, and then exhale, carry the hands through prayer, through heart center, and release them back down beside you. Inhale to go again, shoulder blades down the back, lift the chest, look up. And then exhale, bring the hands down, and this time release them down alongside you. Palms face up, release the forehead. We're in a child's pose variation. You can let the body round here, take a breath. Fill up the back body, filling up the whole rib cage. And then exhale, let go of all of the weight that you can, all of the tension. Another breath, fill up. And exhale to release. Now we're going to walk the hands forwards on the inhalation. Stay low. The knees down to the ground, and then the chest and the chin stay down there too. Ashtanga Namaskara. And then we're rolling through to a baby cobra, Bhujangasana. So the tops of the feet root down and the pelvis roots down, the knees lift off the floor. You can extend through the crown of the head, lift the chest, take the hands off, test yourself. And then release back down to the mat. Let's do that again. Inhale, come up, extend through the crown of the head, shoulder blades down the back, legs engaged. Now place the hands down and push into the hands to find that full cobra. That's your inhalation, exhale to come down. We're going to take it all the way back through that tabletop, into that child pose variation, and then sitting back into Virasana. Now from here, you can inhale to take the hands back up, the same flow just like we did before. Feel the pelvis root down as you reach through the fingertips. And then exhale, the hands come down. You're going to release the forehead down. There's child's pose. We're working a bit quicker this time. Inhale, the hands come forward. You roll through. Stay low, very low to the mat. And you're coming through into that cobra pose. And then exhale to release back down. Now from here, releasing back down, you're going to take your right hand just out to a T position, palm face down, and the left hand stays where it is underneath the shoulder. Now you push into the left hand and roll onto your left side. Now you have an opening here through the front of the right chest, and you can keep the legs as they are, the left on top of the right, or as an option, take the left sole of the foot down to the mat behind you with the knee bent up towards the ceiling or the sky, and take a deep breath in. Breathe into the chest as much as you can, fill up, and exhale to let it go, to release. We come through center. Let's work straight away to the other side. Take the left hand out, T position, palm face down, and you roll by pushing into the right hand. Extend through the crown of the head. Keep yourself nice and long here. Inhale, fill up with air, and then exhale, releasing there through the chest. Option to carry that right leg with the sole of the foot behind you to the floor. Take another breath, inhale, extend, and then exhale, releasing back down through center. Bring the left hand back underneath the shoulder, and then you can push back through the tabletop into that child pose variation. Release the hands beside you and the forehead down. We're going to take the same flow again, so roll the spine up into Virasana. With the inhalation, you'll carry the arms up, shoulder blades down the back, release the pelvis down towards the heels, lengthening the spine. Exhale, you come down through child's pose, release the forehead, inhaling to walk the hands forward, stay low, Ashtanga Namaskara, and then coming into your cobra. Exhale, releasing down to the mat, and then coming into a tabletop and setting up with that good even base again, wrists and knees in line. Now engage the navel in towards the spine, that's your core, and the pelvis, Mula Bandha there, squeezing and lifting. And then from here, extend the right arm forwards, the left leg back. Check that you're square to the floor, inhale to reach. And then with your exhalation, we're going to round the spine and bring the elbow and the knee towards each other. Really hug that navel in. Take it out on the inhalation. Extend all the way. Make sure you're square to the floor. Go again once more. Rounding the spine, exhale. Inhale to reach out. And then we're going to take the hand and the foot back down to the mat just to release, working straight away to the other side. Inhale, take the left hand out, the right leg extends back, one long line, navel hugging in. Now make sure you're square to the floor here, in the crown of the head, reaching forward so the neck stays nice and long. Breathe in, with the exhalation you round, knee to elbow. Inhale to take it out. Nice extension. We go once more, rounding, bringing the elbow, the knee towards each other, navel in, squeezing. Inhale to take it out. And then exhale, we're going to place the hand and the foot back down. Now we're coming into a shoulder opener. So lift the right arm up. And there's an opening of the chest here. Look up. And then exhale, thread the needle. Take that arm underneath and release the shoulder down to the mat. And you can release the head down there too. Now inhale and breathe into that right shoulder blade. Fill it up with air, and with your exhalation, try to let go of weight here through the torso. Let that shoulder blade release. Let the head be heavy. Now make sure the jaw is staying relaxed and that space between the eyes. Take another breath. And exhale. With the inhalation, reach out just as you came in, open the chest, and then exhale, replace the hand down. Working straight away to the other side, you inhale the left arm up and then exhale, thread the needle, take it underneath. Let that shoulder be heavy. The spine is long and the head releases down too. Now straight away, take the breath. Inhale. Filling up that shoulder blade, exhale to release. Let's go again, a deep breath in and out. Just as you came in, you unravel, inhale, reach the arm up, open the chest, and then exhale, we take the hand back down to the mat. Now from here, engage that Mula Bandha and the navel in towards the spine. Just lift the knees off the floor for a couple of inches. Feel that engagement there. You can play with taking the weight forwards and back into the feet, the hands, and then with an exhalation, float the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Now from here, we inhale to bend the knees a lot. Find space in the tailbone. Make sure the head is nice and loose. The heels are high. With your exhalation, push down into the base of the index finger and extend the spine. The pelvis reaches up and back, heels down towards the mat. Let's do that again. Inhale. There's that extra length in the tailbone. Find it now and then exhale, extend. Shoulder blades away from each other, broad through the upper back. Inhale, the third time, finding that length, and then exhale, extra space. Send the chest towards the legs. Now from here, we're going to bring the weight forwards on an inhalation into a high plank pose, navel hugging in towards the spine. You can take the weight back into the heels to extend the legs, and then bring it forwards again into the hands. And then from here, we're going to exhale, take the knees, the chest, and the chin down to the mat, Ashtanga Namaskara, and we roll through. Bhujangasana, Cobra Pose, just like we did before. Pelvis, tops of the feet root down, maybe the knees even lift off. And then exhale, you take it all the way back to downward facing dog, floating the hips back and up. Heels root down towards the mat. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Now from here, we're going to travel the feet to meet the hands. You can step quietly, as many steps as you like, but keep them hip width apart for now. So there's 2 fists width distance usually there. The knees can be bent and you just relax the head, the whole torso down over the legs. Or maybe you hold on to either elbow and ragdoll. You can sway from side to side if it feels good. Make sure you find the breath. Breathe in deeply here into the back body. And with the exhalation, let it all go as much as possible. Another breath, inhale. With the exhalation, release the hands. Now inhale, bend the knees a lot. Take the hips back and find a flat back. So you're extending all the way through the spine, through the crown of the head. Hold it here. Inhale to extend. And then with the exhalation, we're going to straighten the legs, drop the crown of the head, coming into a standing forward fold, Uttanasana. From here we go once more. Inhale, the same thing, bend the knees, a flat back, extend from the pelvis to the fingers. And then we're going to straighten the legs with the exhalation. Keep the spine long, inhale. And now exhale, drop the crown of the head, float the hips, standing forward fold. Push into the feet, inhale, come all the way up to stand. Look up towards the hands. And then exhale, the hands come through prayer. And then down by your sides. We're coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Bring the big toes together to touch. The heels are slightly apart. Find a good base here. Grounding down through all 4 corners of the feet. Engage the ankles towards each other, the inside thighs, and then pull the kneecaps up. Tuck the pelvis underneath, extend the spine, all the way up through the crown of the head. We're going to roll the shoulders up, back and down. Find that space through the chest, and then you can gently tuck the chin. The palms face forwards. Close the eyes here. Just for a moment. Take a breath. And exhale. Surya Namaskar A, sun salutations. We begin with an inhalation and reaching the hands up towards the sky. You can look up towards your hands, pushing down into the feet, stay long, and then exhale a swan dive, shoulder blades down the back. Release the crown of the head. Inhale, come to a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana, a halfway lift. Exhale, we're stepping back into a high plank. Inhale, bring the weight forwards into the hands. And then exhale, we're coming down in one long line. You can take Ashtanga Namaskara, knees, chest and chin if you'd like, still as an option. Inhale, Bhujangasana, and exhale, take it all the way back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Release the crown of the head, let the head be heavy. And we're working the shoulder blades down the back and away from each other, broad through the upper back. Can you let the jaw relax as well? The space between the eyes. Full breaths as much as possible here. And then we'll look towards the hands and travel the feet to meet the hands. You can step or float the feet. Inhale to find the halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, drop the crown of the head with that long spine, tilt the pelvis up. Now inhale to push into the feet, come all the way up to stand, look up towards the hands, and exhale the hands back to prayer. Now inhale, reach the hands back up towards the sky or the ceiling. We're going to interlace the fingers and release the index finger. Push into the feet and exhale. We're taking a side bend over to the right. The hips go to the left. Stay square onto the front, making sure that underneath shoulder stays directly underneath. Inhale through center and then exhale, taking the hands over to the left. There's your side stretch, hips to the right. Stay square to the front. Inhale, we're going to come through center. Now interlace the fingers, take the palms up towards the sky, the shoulder blades down the back, and come up onto the balls of the feet. Now really glue everything together towards the midline. Navel hugging in, the ankles, the inside thighs, and pushing down to the base of the big toe, but reaching up here with the hands. Keep the gaze steady. Remember to breathe. And then with the exhalation, release the heels back down. Inhale to reach up and exhale to come all the way down, swan dive. Now inhale, we're going to reach that right arm up, bend the left knee. Now extend through the crown of the head and make sure the spine stays nice and long here. You'll have an opening through the outside of the right leg. Exhale to release back down. We're going to work straight away to the other side. So inhale, there's your left arm working up. The right knee bends. Again, work the inside thighs towards each other. Hug everything in here towards the midline. Exhale to release. Inhale, we're going to find a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, take it back into a high plank pose. Inhaling, weight forwards into the hands. Your third option here with the exhalation, chaturanga. That's halfway or less, elbows in next to the ribs. Flip the feet, inhale, hips come through, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Now from here, inhale, we're going to pick the heels up nice and high. Keep the hands exactly where they are. Exhale, let the heels fall down to the right side. You can bend the knees and find that opening through the side body. Inhale, heels come up high through center. Exhale, they come down to the left. Hands stay exactly where they are. Inhale to come back up high through center. Exhale, push down the heels towards the floor. Now taking a few deep breaths here in down dog. Inhale to fill up. And exhale, pushing down through the base of that index finger. Maybe you can find here the internal rotation of the elbows in and up towards the ceiling and that broadness through the upper back. Deep breathing, relax the jaw. Now with the inhalation, lift that right leg back and up behind you. Take it nice and long. Exhale, weight forwards into the hands, knee to nose. Inhale, take it back again, extend the leg back and up. Exhale, knee to nose, weight forwards into the hands. Now place the right foot down between the hands. Stay strong in the legs, come up into your crescent lunge. Inhale. With the exhalation here, you can just bend into the right knee. Keep lifting through Mula Bandha. We're going to take the left wrist in the right hand. Inhale to extend and exhale to carry it over. Say hello to that left hip flexor. Again, navel hugging in towards the spine. Knit the low ribs in here so you're not arching. Inhale to come through center, and then exhale, release the hands down either side of that foot, drop the left knee down, and then take it back a couple of inches. We're coming into half split, so you want to be able to stand up on that knee, straightening the right leg, and then flexing that foot, driving the right heel into the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, take the pelvis back, and then exhale, coming down with a nice long spine as much as possible. Keep doing that now. Inhale, we'll be here for a few breaths. So you find that length, and then the exhalation, you can come back down, maybe a little bit deeper each time. Keep working the right leg towards straight, working the hip back. And then from here, we can just bring the right foot in towards you, place the foot down. On the inhalation, lengthening through the chest. Exhale, push into the hands and carry that right leg all the way back up to three-legged dog. Take a breath here, inhale. And then exhale the knee to the nose, weight forwards into the hands. Inhale, take it all the way back, extend the leg. Now bend the knee and stack that right hip on top of the left. So let the right leg be really heavy here. You're still pushing into the hands evenly. And that way you get the opening through the hip. Maybe you even circle the ankle, make sure the foot's nice and loose. And then from here, inhale to straighten the leg back and up behind you, finding that length. Exhale, we're going to bring the knee to the nose once more, place the foot down, finding your crescent lunge. Inhale, navel hugging in towards the spine. And exhale to bend into that right knee, drop the pelvis down, but continue to lift through your low belly and Mula Bandha there, your base lock. Take a breath in here, inhale. And then with the exhalation, open out to warrior two on this side. So the front heel through the arch of the back foot, you're squaring off the chest and the shoulders to the left side of your mat. Inhale. With the exhalation, bend into that right knee. Let the right knee work out. Sink a bit deeper. Look down the midline of that middle finger. Extending the arms evenly in either direction, reaching the whole body as much as you can. And then with the inhalation, keep bending into that knee, reverse the warrior. Exhale, we're going to windmill the arms all the way down towards the mat. Take that right leg back behind you. Option 2, keep it lifted here for chaturanga. You're coming down either halfway or all the way. Both feet for the back bend, inhale. And then exhaling, floating the hips back and up, downward facing dog. Take a breath. And exhale. Let go of the air. Inhale, the left leg coming up behind you. And then exhale, bring the knee to the nose, weight forwards into the hands, navel hugging in. Take it back with the inhalation. Extend that leg back and up, chest towards thighs as much as possible. Again, exhale, the knee to the nose. Now place the foot down between the hands. Inhale, we're going to come up into our crescent lunge. So the legs are strong here. Navel hugging in, you can drop the pelvis down. Exhale, release the shoulder blades down the back. Now from here, take that right wrist in the left hand, and we're going to take our side stretch. Inhale to lift up, lengthen. Exhale to pull it over. Engage the low ribs in, make sure you're not arching through the back here. And there's the right hip flexor opening up. The legs extend as you bend and reach the right heel back. Inhale to come through center and exhale to drop the hands down. Right knee down to the mat. Take it back a couple of inches. Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Notice the difference on this side. You can stand up straight on that right knee. That's how you know you're in the right position. The hip is directly above the knee. You come down with a long spine. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, releasing. Full breaths. Again, calm mind as much as possible. Relaxing the jaw, the eyes. And then from here, working that left heel back in towards you so you can place the foot down. Lengthen on the inhalation through the chest. Drop the pelvis. And then exhale, reach that left leg back and up, three-legged dog. Take the breath, inhale. Now exhale the knee to the nose. Again, weight forwards into the hands. Navel hugging in towards the spine. Inhale, you carry that leg back and up once more. And then open the hip. So now this left leg is really nice and heavy. And you stack the hip on top of the right. Keep rooting down through the inside of the right leg, the right heel. Pushing down into the hands evenly. Opening up through that left hip. Maybe you circle the foot. Inhale, you can extend the leg back and up behind you. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose, place the foot down between the hands, inhaling into your crescent lunge. Navel hugging in, exhale, drop the pelvis down, drop the shoulders down, bending into that left knee. Full breath in, and exhale. Reaching back to that right heel and squaring off as much as possible, taking the left hip back, the right hip forwards. Now inhale here and then exhale into warrior two. So you're sinking that pelvis down, but still lifting up through the navel. So you're supported in the core here, bending into the left knee and taking the left knee out towards the left. Reaching the arms in either direction, shoulder blades down the back. Take the breath, inhale. And exhale. With the inhalation, we're going to reverse this warrior. Keep bending into that knee. And then we're coming all the way down to windmill the arms for a flow. So you can carry that left leg back behind you. Maybe keep it lifted for chaturanga. Elbows coming in as you come down. Navel hugging in towards the spine. Inhale. Upward facing dog or bhujangasana, and then exhale, taking it all the way back, downward facing dog. Now we have a few breaths in down dog. So again here, just check your base. Check that the hands are in line on the mat and that the feet are in line with the hands as well. Your fingers are all splayed evenly. The head is relaxed. There's space between the ears and the shoulders. Breath is full and calm. Now we're going to look towards the hands and jump the feet to the outside of the hands, coming into your squat pose. The toes are out, the heels are in. You can release the pelvis down and bring the hands towards heart center, Anjali Mudra. And so the elbows are on the insides of the legs. Now you can lengthen from the pelvis all the way through the crown of the head. There's lengthening through the spine. And the elbows are really working the knees out to the side. Remember to breathe deeply here, right down into the pelvis. Gaze can remain steady, the jaw relaxed and the space between the eyebrows relaxed. Inhale. With the exhalation, we're going to straighten the legs here and keep them parallel. We're coming into Padangusthasana, hand to big toe pose. So you wrap your peace fingers around the big toes. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back, and then exhale. You're pulling down with the hands, releasing the crown of the head down, shoulder blades away from the ears. Inhale, come up a bit, find some length in the spine. Exhale, pull back down. There's a contraction there in the hip flexors in the front of the hips. And you've got the whole back of the legs here, the hamstrings and the glutes opening up. Full breaths. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands. Inhale, we're coming up to a halfway lift. Find the length in the spine. Exhale, standing forward fold. And then come all the way up on the inhalation. Push into the floor. Look up towards the hands. Exhale, the hands are coming into prayer. Now, we're setting up for our tree pose. So you want to root down here through the right foot, especially the right big toe mound. We're going to lift up the left leg. Now feel free to use the hand if you'd like. We're placing the sole of the foot anywhere on the inside of that right leg that feels good. And then work that left leg, the left foot into the right leg. So there's real traction there. They're pushing against each other. And everything's hugging in towards that midline, the navel hugging in. And then send your energy down into your right leg. And then from that pushing down into the floor, you can extend all the way up through the crown of the head. Deep breaths, gaze is steady. Chest is open, you can push into the hands. Now from here, we're going to cross that left ankle over the thigh. Keep the foot flexed here to protect the knee. Inhale, stand up nice and tall. And then exhale, sit down. Take the hips back behind you. The spine stays long. You have an opening here through the left glute. Now maybe you want to carry the arms back as well for soaring eagle. The triceps lift, shoulder blades onto the back. The navel's hugging in. We're not in a back bend, so really keep the low ribs contained here as much as possible. Deep breaths, inhale and exhale. From here, we're going to inhale, lift the left knee up. The hands are coming into prayer. And then we're going to kick that leg back through warrior three. So drive that left heel back, reach through the crown of the head, and step it all the way back into a lunge. You're stepping back with confidence. And from here, you can lift the hands up, crescent lunge, inhale, exhale to warrior two. Release the pelvis down. Inhale to reverse this warrior. And now exhale, we're coming into extended side angle on this side. So keep the pelvis low. Now you can take the right forearm onto the thigh and then extend all the way from the left heel and the outside of the left foot through the left side body to the fingertips in one long line. Now, if this is really comfortable for you, you feel good, you could maybe take the right hand down to the inside of that right foot. Keep the length in the left side body, keep breathing, inhale. And now we're not dumping our weight down into this right hand. You're still very much supported here with your core, Mula Bandha lifted. And then coming back up to stand, you can push into the front foot to straighten the front leg. Turn all 10 toes to face the left side of your mat. Toes in, heels slightly out. The hands are on the pelvis. Inhale, you lift the chest. There's the length. And then exhale, we're coming down with a long spine, the heart coming down towards the floor. And as you are coming down, you can bring the weight forwards into the balls of the feet. And you tilt the pelvis up towards the sky. Now you can release the hands down towards the mat. And release the crown of the head too. Now inhale, you're going to come out just a bit to find a bit of extra length here through the spine. And then with the exhalation, come back down. There's a contraction here in the hip flexors in the front and you're opening up through the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Let's do that again. Inhale, there's the length. Exhale, there's the release. And you can breathe into these poses. You don't have to stay static. Inhale, you come up now into a halfway lift. Exhale, we're going to walk the hands forwards, turn all 10 toes to face the front. We're back in this lunge base. Root down here through the left hand underneath the shoulder. Inhale, we take the twist with the right hand up towards the sky, opening up through the chest, reaching that left heel back. Exhale to place the right hand down next to the foot here. And then we're going to step the left foot in next to the right. Inhaling into chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink the hips back and down. Now glue the inside thighs together, the legs together. Stay low very much and be broad through the low back. Breathe. Release the shoulder blades. The chest is open. Now stay very low. Rooting down through the right leg, you lift the left leg up high. We're coming into eagle pose, Garudasana. You can carry the left leg over the top of the right. Now maybe you can even take the toes behind the ankle or the calf. Stay low. The arms cross with the left arm underneath, crossing at the elbow and the wrists. Now the lower you are, the easier this is going to be. Squeeze the legs together. Breathe. The gaze stays very still. Now maybe you can lift the elbows and work the hands away from the face. Release the arms. Inhale to lift the arms, lift the knee, and exhale to release. Now shake it out. Feel free to let go of any build-up of tension in the legs there. And we're going to come back to Tadasana to start. Bring the hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, and we're coming for tree pose on the left side. So you're rooting down through the left foot. There's the left big toe mound. Pick up the right leg. Notice the difference on this side. Now root down through that left standing leg and imagine that the pelvis is completely neutral, as if you're stood on both feet, and you can really drive the hands in towards each other, opening through the upper back and the chest there. And now we can cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Keep the flex of that foot. Now stand up very tall on the inhalation, and then as you exhale, we're going to take the weight back, sit back into a chair. That foot stays flexed, that's protecting the knee, and you're broad through the low back, extending through to the crown of the head. Take the breath and lengthen the spine. On the exhalation, float the arms back, soaring eagle. Lift the triceps, shoulder blades down the back, sit back, lengthen the spine, and breathe. You can keep the gaze very still. Deep breath. And exhale. We're going to bring the hands towards heart center again now. Drive that left foot into the floor on the inhalation. Lift that right knee up. And with your exhalation, send that right foot all the way back. Kick back. And with confidence, you can bend into that left knee, and we're going to take it all the way back into a lunge. Inhale the arms coming through your crescent lunge, and then exhale, take it into warrior two. Sinking the hips down, extending the arms in either direction and bending into that left knee. Now from here we reverse the warrior on the inhalation, and we're going to come into extended side angle on this side. So just like the other side, take your time, set yourself up with this good base first of all, just allowing that left arm to rest gently on that knee and extending all the way through the right side body from the outside of the foot to the right fingertips. Deep breaths here, inhale. Now with this exhalation, maybe you drop that left hand down to the inside of the foot. Again, keep the pelvis nice and low here. Take the breath in, inhale. And exhale, reach even further. Now with this next inhalation, think about really rooting down through that left foot, pushing down into the floor to come all the way back up. And straightening into that front leg, turning all 10 toes to face the right side of your mat. We're coming into this Prasarita Padottanasana once more, but this time, extend the arms down behind you, interlace the fingers. And then as you lengthen the arms, you can lift the chest, open up through the upper chest there, and then exhale, come down with a long spine. You can keep the arms very heavy here and release them overhead. Inhale. And exhale to release the hands down towards the mat. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift, flat back, and then we're walking all 10 toes and the hands back to the front of the mat, finding that nice lunge base. Root down through the right hand, inhale. This is your left hand coming up into a twist. Extend through the crown of the head and all the way back to that right heel. Exhale, replace the hand down next to the foot. Now from here, step the right foot in next to the left. That's your inhalation. Exhale, standing forward fold, and inhale into Utkatasana, chair pose. Now stay very low here. Again, broad through the low back, weight back into the heels, maybe those toes lifting off the floor. Shoulder blades down the back. Now root down through that left standing leg, the left big toe mound. And we're going to pick up the right leg. Stay low, keep bending down, lowering the center of gravity. Keep the right leg high and then carry it over the top. Now maybe you take the double bind with the right toes behind the left ankle. And then you can release the hands down, the right arm coming underneath. And there's the cross at the elbows and then again at the wrists. Keep sitting down as low as you can, working the legs in towards each other. Find the breath. Inhale. And exhale. And now we're going to stand up, lift that right knee up, lift the arms up. Inhale and then exhale, place that right foot back down towards the mat. Give it a shake out. We're going to come back down into our squat now. So take the toes out and the heels in. Inhale, reach the arms up, nice and tall, and then exhale, sink the pelvis down, elbows to the insides of the knees. Now again, drop the pelvis, and as you drop the pelvis, extend through the crown of the head, shoulder blades down the back. Now maybe you can tent the hands here, push into the fingertips, let the palms come away from each other, and the elbows push out into the knees. Deep breath, inhale and exhale. On this exhalation, working back towards parallel. And this time, instead of Padangustasana, we could take Padahastasana. That's backs of the hands to the mat, the toes coming in towards the wrists. You inhale and find a halfway lift through the crown of the head. Exhale to soften the head down towards the mat. Inhale, go again, there's that space. As you exhale and come down, just work the shoulders away from the ears, shoulder blades down the back. Notice that contraction here in the hip flexors. Inhale, you come up again. And exhale to release that head, nice long spine. Release the hands down now. Inhale into a halfway lift. And exhale, taking it back into high plank. Now we're coming into our side plank, bringing that right hand to the center of the mat, turning onto the outside of the right foot, engaging that right side body up and lifting the left hand. Inhale, strong and long through the crown of the head down to the feet here. With the exhalation, place that left hand back down. We're squaring off back into plank. Let's take the left hand to the center of the mat straight away. We're working to the other side. Lift the right arm up, Vashisthasana. Notice the engagement of the whole left side body here. And then exhale, bring that hand back down, back to central plank. Inhale, weight forwards into the hands. Exhale, coming down in one long line. And we're coming into cobra. Untuck the toes, push down the pelvis. Inhale, extend through the crown of the head. And then exhale to come down. Now, take the hands out wide. Tent the hands, pushing into the fingertips, palms up. Elbows are high. Inhale, you come up, long spine. Pelvis tops the feet, rooting down just like before. Exhale to release. We're going to come up again now. Inhale, but look over the right shoulder. Soften that right shoulder blade and look towards your right heel. Exhale to come down. Inhale straight away to the other side. Coming up, left shoulder blade softens. And exhale to bring it down. Now from here, we're going to take the hands to the low back. Interlace the hands at the low back. Reach the hands back with the inhalation and feel the chest lift up off the floor. Extend through the crown of the head. And now exhale, lift the legs as well. Inhale to come up even further. And then exhale to release the legs and the chest back down towards the mat. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, we're going to come through the tabletop. Take it back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Now with this next inhalation, we're going to lift the right leg up behind you. And coming into your pigeon pose. So exhale, you bring that knee towards the nose. Place that knee down behind the right wrist. Drape the shin across the mat. Don't force it into any uncomfortable position here. Send the left leg back long. Keep the toes in line. Now drop the pelvis down. Take the chest nice and tall, proud. Inhale. And with the exhalation, slowly drape the body down over that shin. Take your time. Inhale. Find a bit more length. And then exhale, softening down, lengthening down, forehead releasing. If you'd like to here, you can think about just the right hip coming back and the left hip forwards, that left leg long. Deep breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Now just take a scan of the body here and relax everything you possibly can. Releasing the weight down into the mat and keeping the jaw relaxed, the eyebrows relaxed. Now we're going to slowly just lift the chest back up, rolling up the spine. Pushing into the hands, and then we're going to carry this left leg all the way round into Baddha Konasana, so the soles of the feet come together here, and work the heels of the feet towards the groin, and let the knees knock down, let the legs be very heavy. You can maybe even open up the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, just to find some extra opening through the hips. The elbows on the insides of the knees can push down, find length through the torso. Inhale, lengthening the chest and the spine. And with the exhalation, you come down. Take it easy. Inhale again. Find that length and exhale, release. Thinking about taking the chest forwards. Inhale. And exhale. Now from here, just rolling the spine back up on the inhalation. Coming into Janu Sashasana, take the right leg long. The left sole of the foot coming to the inside of the leg like tree pose. Inhale, you lift the arms up, extend the spine. Square off over the leg. And then exhale, you're going to reach the heart towards the toes. Same thing again, inhale, lengthen. And now exhale, coming down. If you're really squared off over that right leg, you should here feel some opening in the lower left back. Keep the spine long, keep reaching the chest. Inhale and exhale. And then coming out, just as we came in, you use the inhalation, that's going to bring you all the way up. And then change leg straight away to the other side. So take that left leg long, the right sole of the foot to the inside of the left leg, just like tree. Inhale, lift the arms up and square the chest off over that leg. Exhale, long spine. Inhale here to lift and extend, lengthen. Exhale, coming down over that leg. And the lower right back here opening up. You really want to root down through the right pelvis here to find that opening in the low right back. Another breath, inhale. And exhale. Trying to release the crown of the head and the heart down towards the foot as much as possible. Now we're going to roll the spine back up, sit up just as we came in. And we're going to take it into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So this time we're going to take the right leg out to meet the left. Inhale, reach the arms up. Now exactly the same thing here. We're going to take that pelvis back, reach the heart forwards and keep all the muscles along the spine very long. Don't worry about where the hands land. Inhale, take another breath, you lengthen. And exhale, here's a contraction again through the hip flexors. So notice how if you contract through the hip flexors, you can really open up, broaden through the low back and the glutes. Inhale. And exhale. With this exhalation, just round and let yourself be very heavy here. Take the breath. Fill up with air and exhale to release. We will roll the spine back up with the inhalation and cross the ankles here. We're going to bring the weight forwards into the hands and exhale back to downward facing dog. Now we work to pigeon on the other side. So we're going to take the left leg back and up behind you. Inhale and then exhale. Bring the knee towards the nose. And that knee then becomes behind the wrist. Place the shin down on the mat and lengthen that right leg back behind you. Keep it in one long line. So squaring off now. And that might mean taking that left hip back, the right hip forwards. You can sink the pelvis down, sit up nice and proud with the chest, and then exhale, come down, long spine, just drape the torso down over that leg. Take the breath in when you reach halfway, then lengthen again, and then exhale, continue that journey. And once you get to the bottom, you can completely release the weight of the body, release the jaw, the forehead, breathe deeply here. And exhale. Releasing all of the air. Noticing if the mind wanders off at all. Gently bringing it back. And then just slowly sitting back up, pushing into the hands. We're going to carry this right leg all the way around and take both soles of the feet to the floor. You can take the hips towards the heels. Inhale, reach the arms up and slowly coming down. One vertebrae at a time. Take your time. Release the shoulder blades down to the mat and then the back of the head. And then you can bring the heels in towards the glutes, quite close. The arms down by your sides, palms face down. We're coming into bridge, Setu Bandhasana. So you push down into the feet, and as you push down, the tailbone tucks and you can lift the pelvis up. Keep pushing down into the feet as much as possible. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, we're going to slowly roll back down through the spine, release the pelvis down. We're going to go again, exactly the same thing. So push down into the feet, tuck the pelvis, inhale, lift up. And now maybe this time you lift up so much that you could take one shoulder underneath and then the other. The chest opens, interlace the hands towards the low back, push down through the backs of the arms, lift up even more, pushing down through the tops of the shoulders, and then slowly releasing one vertebrae at a time back down towards the mat. Now from here you can take the feet wide, the knees knock in towards each other, and just knock them from side to side. Let that tailbone release. The low back releases. And then from here, you could bring the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. You've earned it. Take some small circles, perhaps with the knees in one direction. And then the other, just massaging out that tailbone and the low back. Deep breaths. And then from here, just lowering the hands down to a T position, palms face down. And the shins are parallel to the ceiling. Take a breath in. And with the exhalation, just let the legs fall to the right side. And you're rooting down through the left shoulder blade here. And as the legs reach the floor, you can release them down completely. Maybe take that right hand over top, on top of the thigh. Maybe close the eyes. Deep breath in. Exhale, get heavy. Now engaging that navel in towards the spine, we're going to bring the legs back through center. It's an inhalation, exhale, take the knees, the legs over to the left and root down through that right shoulder. And as the legs fall down there to the floor, you can really let them be heavy, let them be weighted down. And now maybe that left hand comes on top. You can rest the left hand on the thigh. Take a full breath in and out. Take a scan down through the body. Just make sure there's no tension here being held anywhere. You can really soften as much as you can all along the body. Deep breaths. And then hugging that navel in to lift the legs back up through center. It's the inhalation. And as you exhale, you're going to give yourself another big hug. Now let that tailbone root down, the shoulder blades release, so the spine is nice and long. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, gently encouraging the knees up towards the armpits. Now from here, coming into happy baby, take the soles of the feet towards the ceiling. You can bend the knees and kick up with the feet, so you can really kick up but pull down with the hands, and that's how that tailbone releases. Spine stays long, maybe rock from side to side if you'd like. And then slowly we can release the legs back down. And we're coming into our final pose, Shavasana. So set yourself up, get very comfortable. Take the legs wide apart. I always encourage you to get big in your space here as much as possible. The arms away from the body, palms face up. Allow the eyes to gently close here. And then take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Let it out with a sigh. Same again. Inhale, breathe in deeply. Fill right up to the bottom of the lungs. Open the mouth and exhale a long, audible sigh. Let go of everything you can. And then a third time, final time, inhale, make it count, fill up. And exhale to release. Take your attention down to your toes and relax your toes. Relax the balls of the feet and the arches and the heels and the ankles. Relax the calves and the knees. Relax the thighs and the hamstrings. Relax the pelvis, the groin and the glutes. And then relax the low belly. Let the stomach hang out. Relax the rib cage. Relax the chest, the fronts of the shoulders. Relax the low back and the tailbone. Relaxing all the muscles along the spine, shoulder blades, tops of the shoulders. Relax the biceps and the triceps. Relax the elbows and the forearms. Relax the wrists. Relax the palms of the hands. Relax the fingers and the thumbs. Relax the neck and the throat. Relax the jaw. And relax the tongue inside the mouth. Relax the lips and the cheekbones. Relax the nose. Relax the eyes, the eyelids. Relax the space between the eyes and the eyebrows. Relax the forehead. Relax the crown of the head and the entire scalp. And the whole body is completely relaxed. The whole body is completely relaxed. Begin to deepen the breath. And you can find some gentle movement in the fingers and the toes, and the wrists and the ankles. And then extend the arms overhead and reach through the body. Give yourself a nice big stretch. Then we're going to roll over onto either side. Just make a pillow with the underneath arm. Keep the eyes closed for now and allow yourself to remain very heavy. No tension here. And keeping the eyes closed, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. The legs can be in any cross-legged variation. And you can release the tailbone down. The hands rest down onto the knees. Extend up through the spine, the crown of the head. And roll the shoulders up, back and down. then take a big deep breath in. And exhale. And bringing your hands to Anjali Mudra, heart center. You can gently bow your chin towards your hands. And that's it. Thank you. Namaste. Enjoy the rest of your day.